Hey, what is going on, guys? I don't want to drag on this first track day and talk about it for the next 3 months. So, in saying that, uh, Dragway 42, where I went, isn't my normal track. Um, they're spectator slash staging lanes. You can't really see it very well, and you got to walk a lot to go see things and make sure things. So, I was more just trying to make sure I was in the right place when my number was called. So, biggest thing is when I go to Quaker, which is like my home track, the staging lanes and where I park and everything is all within like a few hundred feet. So I'll be able to see it better and probably talk a little bit better in between passes. Um, get that out of the way. That's kind of why it was just track stuff, not much of me like going behind the scenes talking. Few things to start off with. Obviously, you guys saw the new PB, and if you're going to ask, hey, what are you going to work on to get down a little bit farther? So obviously, I need clutch control again because my left foot was horrendous. I couldn't remember how to launch for anything. Yes, granted, I did change the setup a pretty good amount. I even changed the throttle body, so the entry onto a leave probably is a lot more aggressive now with the bigger airflow and everything like that too. I probably hit it way too hard. I was just lucky to see what I actually did see. And that's just stuff to improve on. I said before, told everybody, like, my first time out, my 60 foot's gonna kind of suck. I honestly want to be in the 1.4 range. If I can do that, 10 O's, 10 ones, 990s are on the table. So, biggest thing is just figuring out, again, how to launch, which a 164 honestly was what would have been one of my best ones I've ever done last year. But I did that 150 one time as a miracle and then, did some more suspension stuff. Anyways, biggest things next, I am going to get a different hood. So, I like the whole setup I had at the track. That was awesome. It clearly worked very well because I trapped 7 mile an hour higher than I ever have. And then even, not to get sidetracked, even these next two passes here, I did 134 and 134. So my three passes I made are the top 3 mile an hour passes that I made. And both of those, if you guys watch the video, I spun like crazy, wheel hopped in the other. Like I said, I'm lucky I didn't break an axle there. So, easy enough. If I trapped 139 with no hood, with the drag coefficient and everything like that, putting a hood on it would easily net me to 140 in the same conditions. Obviously, with the temperatures changing and everything like that, I'm obviously not going to go out there and trap 140 every single time. It was a beautiful day. Like I said, the density altitude was like 500 feet. So, obviously got to, take that with just, chasing good air. Obviously, I'm probably going to trap between 135, 137. Once I get the hood on and full interior and everything like that. So, there's something to look forward to there. But, drag and drive form then, which is basically just this with the other little thing I had last year. Drag and drive trim, I should probably see at least 10.4, 10.5 all day, which would be awesome because that's, 4 tenths faster than I averaged last year. So even at that point, just being a half a second faster without needing this would be really cool. Coolest thing would be is getting another hood, doing the hood pins as you guys see people do, like, on the little brace behind the headlight there. That would be awesome. And then having this be open enough to be able to fit this on there. I don't think I'm going to do the shear fab blade because if I do that, I probably wouldn't even have to cut very much else to get everything there because then if I do the shear fab lid, I'd have to basically cut the hood until I can get the filter down into the car, which I or down under the hood, which I don't really care to do very much of. So yeah, I'm on a hood. Then I can have like that be like my drag and drive and drag racing hood, so at least it's a closed hood when I'm going racing, and then take the hood pins off and have the street hood still, so it's not that bad. But yeah, I don't think there's much else to go over. I just wanted to, say a few things. So I should be able to give you guys better dialogue in the moment after the passes at Quaker. That's a little bit more relaxed. First track day, I was going to be all over the place. I wanted to make sure my computer was working right. I wanted to make sure all my cameras were on. I wanted to make sure the draggy was on, which, dude, freaking 6.5 seconds, 60 to 130 is amazing. It felt so good, too. Obviously, I freaking cried. HP Tuners says I did a 60 to 130 in 6.355 seconds, just by going like first time to see 60 to right when it hits 130 on the data log, which I don't know which one you guys would trust a little bit better, especially because I have 26-inch tires on it, so they're actually reading a little faster than what I'm actually going. So that probably is why the 6.5 is a little bit more realistic. But yeah, besides that, it averaged like 16 mile a gallon on the trip there and the trip back. Swapped it back into street form and drove it the next day, and everything just worked. And a little funny thing here, guys. I went to go put my car away in the normal garage door, and my spring broke. So that's why it's sitting where my sister's car was sitting, which that means I am going to have to get the car dollies and pull it over here and put my Subaru in here for the weekend, because all of these boxes here are for it. You guys will see the whole build series on it probably Monday, or Tuesday, I apologize. But yeah, other than that, guys, it was absolutely amazing. I just got to get back to the clutch control. And I will say at the end of the video, yes, the sway bar absolutely helped. I just couldn't show you. The way it plants the tire so much harder, it's way more violent than it was. But on the 26s, they were still dead hooking, which it gave it the right amount of weight transfer to make it feel amazing. I just couldn't portray that right at the launch. So it's all good. I will, just keep working, do small things, learn pedal control again, and then probably April 24th, when Quaker's opening day is, I'll be there. I don't know, honestly, if anything's going to change by then. Probably when I go there, though, because I'd only be less than 2 weeks away from my first event. I'm probably just going to run it full interior with the other intake on it. With this intake on it, I should say. So I could at least, get comfortable in launching how I'm going to launch and feel the power that I'm going to feel that way. But yeah, 139 mile an hour, man. That was crazy. But like when I did the drag and drive last year, at two of the tracks, I only did 124. So from knowing the 124, 1099 at 124, then doing a 1038 on the first pass at 139, that's 15 more mile an hour in the same time it took me to do 124, which is probably why it shocked me so much, guys. That was incredible. And I see the vision to see that this is going to be a 9-second car. I just have to get back to being me, I guess. It definitely has enough power to. It definitely has enough power to. So I'll worry about me, and the car will do what it needs to do. So yeah, I think from now on, if I do go back out to 42, I'll probably have like a little, like maybe even me cutting in to each spot after each pass and telling you guys my initial thoughts after the fact, if not in the moment. You probably won't ever see another one of these, because I don't want to be like, oh my gosh, guys, I did so good. I just want to say first track day is finally over. Here's what I can expect, and here's what you can expect, and here's what I'm going to do to make my promise of running a 9. So, yeah, I don't want to tell you guys, oh guys, I ran my 1 track time a year. It's done now. No, just wanted to tell you guys my first track day, how I felt, and the next steps on how to go for drag and drives and where I'm going to go to ensure I run a 9. So without further ado, guys, I really appreciate you guys tuning in and watching all my videos. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.